This is breaking news from Local 3 News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cindy Sexton.
And I'm Greg Glover. We have a few breaking stories tonight. We begin in the Middle East. The Pentagon disclosed tonight the U.S. warplanes carried out airstrikes in Syria. The targets were said to be Iranian-linked forces in two locations in eastern Syria. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin called them precision self-defense strikes in response to ongoing attacks against U.S. personnel. There's said to be some 900 U.S. troops in Syria and 2,500 in Iraq. The Defense Secretary said the U.S. seeks no conflict but will not hesitate to take further measures, quote, to protect our people. Though in the region, the Pentagon says this strike was not connected to the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza.
Traffic is moving again on I-24 East tonight. A multi-car crash on I-24 closed all three lanes for more than 2 hours this evening. The crash happened just before 8 this evening at mile marker 179 near the Market Street exit, backing traffic up for miles. We don't have information on the crash itself or if anyone was injured, but again, everything is moving on I-24 East. Members of the jury in the Justin Whaley trial decided to go home tonight after deliberating for 2 hours with no decision. Jurors will resume deliberations tomorrow morning at 8:30. Whaley is a former Hamilton County Reserve deputy and EMT charged with driving drunk and killing James Brumlow in a head-on collision 5 years ago. An air quality alert was issued today for a 6-mile area near Highway 58 and Hickory Valley Road. A mulch fire that started 24 hours ago is still burning and producing heavy smoke. Local
3's Jemiah Beatty spoke with a health professional about some precautions families may need to take in that area because of what's out there in the air. Jemiah.
Greg, Cindy, the fire is expected to smolder and burn overnight through tomorrow. Until the smoke clears, some people will need to take extra precautions. Air quality experts have been monitoring the wildfire on Highway 58 since it broke out. It is close to several homes.
So when we're talking about anything that's in the air that can be harmful, it's considered a pollutant. And air, when it is combusted, when we have fire, for an example, that can be a real problem. Dr. Rochelle says certain groups may be more vulnerable to changes in air quality, particularly those at high risk for breathing problems or living with compromised immune systems. People who have asthma, people who have allergies, people who have other conditions of the respiratory tract, COPD for an example. And limiting time outside can help you avoid exposure. You can also keep your windows and doors closed or use an air purifier. And you want to also make sure that sometimes you may have to pre-medicate with one of your medications before you go out running or doing the things that you're going to be doing. Symptoms related to poor air quality can be coughing, wheezing, shortness of breath, or chest tightness. Dr. Rochelle recommends a simple at-home remedy if you're having trouble breathing through your nose. So do saltwater rinses. And remember, if you're going to do a saltwater rinse, you want to do distilled water or you want to boil that water for at least 5 minutes. She says nasal flushing can alleviate upper respiratory problems. One of the things that you want to do is make sure that you are clearing out your sinus passages. Dr. Rochelle suggests using over-the-counter medicines such as nasal sprays or allergy medicine to help with breathing challenges. So there are things that you can do to help minimize that. Dr. Rochelle's advice for those with asthma is to have an emergency plan. If symptoms become severe, she says go to the emergency room. Back to you.
Jemiah, thank you. As a reminder, a no burning notice has been issued by the Chattanooga-Hamilton County Air Pollution Control Bureau because of the dry conditions and low humidity. Find more information at apcb.org.